Say good morning, Diesel. Good morning. Say good morning.
Meow meow.
He's over it. Good morning. I got my wakey big old mug of Joe, and I'm ready to talk to you about SWOT analysis. SWOT. So when you're deciding if you want to go in on your own or you want to change your career, or as marketing people do, we're supposed to do this for every marketing campaign. It's more than pros and cons. Okay, so pros and cons are a good start. Like, should you marry the guy? Should you start a wedding planning business? Should you keep your job for the next 2 years? Should you dance? Should you spend 2 hours a day dancing on TikTok to try to get people to sign up for real estate? We do strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And the most important part of a SWOT analysis is that you are honest with yourself. I think we talked about that. That you know yourself. We talked about that. But also that you can handle hearing the devil's advocate with the weaknesses and the threats. I'm very good at being the devil's advocate. To the point where people are like upset. I'm like, this isn't my opinion. This is like, let's play this out. So it's kind of like a role-playing thing, or chess, or if you give a mouse a cookie, right? If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to want a glass of milk. So these things will happen. They're natural consequences, or what would you call things that kind of fall in order, sequential, like you give a, I don't know, I can't remember the whole story, but if you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to want a glass of milk, and then he's going to want a napkin or something to wipe his mouth, and I think he breaks the glass, and then he used to use the bathroom, whatever. It's like you need to think through, if I do this, then what are the highest probable situations? So I've been binge watching The Good Wife from a billion years ago, and there's this one episode where Will Gardner is doing his questioning, like thinking about it in his mind, which reminded me of this. And I really liked the way he did it on his yellow pad. I don't know if real lawyers do this or if it was just for cinematic effect, but he would question whatever the question was. I can't remember, like, did you marry your husband or something? I can't remember the question. He did question, and then he wrote a line this way and he wrote a line that way. Like, what if she answers like this? And then if she answers like this, then what's his redirect? The follow-up question like that. Kind of like a family tree with descendants. So this logical, the next logical step, right? But what I thought was interesting is he didn't plan for objections. He didn't plan for the redirects. Now, it's just a stupid TV show. But I also thought about it that way, like, okay, what would happen if I worked full-time at TJ Maxx? Right now I work 20 to 30 hours. What would happen? Would I be able to handle my client work? Yes. Would I be able to get new clients? No. So when you do the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, you kind of make it, you could do it as columns, or just a box with an X in the middle, like an X in the middle, and then just write them out. But the truth is, like, so let's just do it. I'll just do it. I don't know if I want to work there full time. Let's just talk it out. I'll show you the example. So if I worked at TJ Maxx full time, a strength would be I would have health insurance that they pay for. A strength would be I would have 40 hours of work and a guaranteed basic hours, guaranteed hours translating to guaranteed pay. Another strength would be I would be paying more federal withholding taxes, which is one of the reasons why I got this job. Another strength would be maybe being in the morning crew, because I think the full-time people work in the morning. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just like freestyling here. A weakness would be, can I be on my feet for 40 hours a week? Like right now, my body kind of hurts. I gotta take more turmeric. It takes away from gym time. That's a weakness. Another weakness is, what could I be doing in my marketing business that would pay for that? So like my health insurance, last time I had it last year, is $800 a month. So you need $1,000 a month to pay for $800 a month. So a weakness is, am I trading 10 more hours a week for basically the equivalent of $1,000, or could I do that with the client work? So that's a weakness, right? Another weakness is, it really does solidify my client portfolio at the moment. Like I would not be able to take any more clients. That's a big weakness. So strengths, weakness, opportunities. Opportunity is, if I take a coordinator role, or if it's offered to me, that's on the path to store manager. That's on the path to district manager. Now, that's like, hey, maybe this is the next 15 years of my work life. This is my retirement job. So that's an opportunity, right? I'm contributing to the 401k. I don't know what the full-time benefits are, but maybe they match. That could also be a strength. But the opportunity is advancement within the TGX careers. And that being a good career to be in when I am 60 years old in 10 years, or 58, or 55, who knows, Threat. A threat is knee surgery. My store manager's out because she has knee surgery. Another manager's out because she had foot surgery. A threat would be getting injured on the job. To me, that's a threat. What else would be a threat for working full-time there? People could see it as, my business is bad, and they'll go elsewhere. That's a threat. My current clients could feel like I'm not paying attention to them. That's definitely a threat. So you see how you work it out. You could do it verbally, but it's better if you do it on paper. Spreadsheets are fine, but like that's a lot of work for something that you're not even sure you want to do. Like, just write it out. We have a thing called Write It Down. That's one of the videos in the series. If you're watching this not on YouTube, then go to YouTube and find the playlist. But writing it down is a different neurological way of looking at things. Then you can go back and see, like, when you made that decision either way, were any of those true? So you audit your SWOTs. That way you can help increase the way you think and the accuracy of your predictions. Mwah. Bye, everybody.